Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your World on a Canvas. And this is my rebuttal to other people talking about responding to my video on Deshaun Watson. Now, please, I do not want you all, again, being misconstrued. That's what I find that Deshaun Watson was being misconstrued. So, think about it. What has occurred in this country? 45 is flaming the embers of nationalism, beginning with Charlottesville, actually even going back further when he was talking about the Central Park Five. And when they were exonerated, he refused to change his tune. And he keeps doing it over and over again because of his need for adoration. Let me give you a little bit of facts, people. Both 45 and Hitler were both emotionally abused by their parents. Throughout all the developmental stages of their lives, they failed. Yet, when they discovered the gift for gab, see, this is what you have to understand. The gift for gab can make you do anything. It's nothing much more than an enrollment conversation. You are having a conversation with someone that takes you outside of yourself, that says, come down this path that I have cleared for you. You don't have to do the heavy lifting. You don't have to do the work. Just follow me. And when you refuse to do the heavy lifting for yourself, and yes, you may get the stages of development as far as, advancement through your job, and you get there, and you say, whew, a sigh of relief. But then you feel empty. But then that same person comes and gives you that same speech over and over again. Because you have not taken the time to find out who you are, you follow that path. And so that is what 45's followers are doing. They're following the path. He is doing the same blueprint as McCarthy, as Hitler. This is what I believe Desean Jackson was trying to say. However, because a lot of us just take things at face value and do not look at all sides of the equation, we get sucked down into the bowels of prejudice and racism. I believe in Deshaun Watson. I believe he did not mean to denigrate another culture, especially when his has been persecuted for over 400 years. Someone who does that is blinded by their own inner demons, such as 45, and rages on without remorse for regardless of what's going on. We barely talk about what 45 has done to the children from South America who have been separated from their children. From their parents. What has COVID-19 done to them? Think about that. And Deshaun Watson is just pointing those things out. But because we are so sensitive to whatever anyone points out, now remember, these weren't his words. If those were his words, I would clearly go against this man. These were not his words. He was pointing out the reflection of what 45 wants this society to be. So please do not fall into that trap. Do not fall into it. Because when you do, that's when you stoke the emblems of racism. I know firsthand what racism feels like. And I've said it before, I've been kicked in the groin. I've been told, go back on the banana boat where I came from. I came over here on a plane. And this from children who went to Catholic schools. This is why, in my view, Catholicism breeds racism, embraces racism. Because you're telling me, on one hand, what you do to me, to my brothers, to least of my brothers, that you do unto me. But yet, look at the images that America has put out there for over 400 years of people that look like me and you. I could sit there and reason with you about the Bible because we misinterpret the Bible. We've bent the Bible to suit our needs. Our so-called pastors and ministers, what is wolves in sheep clothing? Beware the false ministries. There are an abundance of those around here, all in the name of religion. But if you seek spirituality, in my view, you will see the wonderful mosaic of people that are in this world and embrace them for who they are. And just because they look at the world differently than you do, you think there's something wrong with them. Why should I homogenize myself to fit your view of what I should look like or what I mean? Did you have a conversation with me? Did the Philadelphia Eagles have a conversation with Desean Watson before they blatantly threw out that statement? Did they? All they saw was, it blew up on social media and responded in kind. See, this is where the systemic racism still resides in this country. Again, I stand by my point. Desean Watson should have never apologized. What he should have done was stood up and said what he meant to say. So I apologize for you misconstruing my views. However, this is what it is, A, B, C, D. But no, I think he punked out. And I'm going to say it. You're a punk, Desean Watson. Because you withdrew your statement and didn't even defend it. You told Stephen A. Jackson, I think in private, this is what you meant. Get out there and stand up. Because this is what we need. We need to have these type of conversations without getting emotional about them. Without saying to someone, hey, you're racist. How can we have these conversations? And you're trying to say someone is racist when you have not had the dialogue with them. You want to punish them prior to having the dialogue. Sounds familiar? 400 years of familiarity? Doesn't matter, does it? No matter how much they say things change, they remain the same.